Good afternoon, it's Adil Fazal here, market analyst for CFDs.com, a leading spread betting and CFD brokerage. If you'd like to know more about the services and free products, just visit CFDs.com. The website is CFDs.com. Okay, folks. Now the European market wrap up mid-afternoon. Okay, so the fundamentals. Let's start with fundamentals first. Let's see if we can sum them up. Okay, from the FTSE perspective, the news has been all about Diageo and the potential bid by some Brazilian conglomerate, which obviously has helped the FTSE propel higher, although it has come off and is currently trading sub 6,800 at the moment. Okay, we've had the news out from Asia overnight, so overall the Shanghai was positive, the Hang Seng was positive, the Nikkei was flat. Okay, we had Chinese data come out. The imports were worse than expected, exports slightly better than expected, Japanese growth or Japanese data, GDP etc. better than expected, German data, industrial production. We've had confirm the actual data this morning. Let's have a look. Okay, so German trade data better than expected, exports better than expected, French data better than expected. We've had some bullish commentary on Greece, regardless of what's been happening over the weekend with regards to Juncker's phone call to Mr. Tsipras, or ignoring the phone call, etc. You can certainly read that however you want. CBI UK growth coming in at 2.4%, slightly lower than expected, but regardless, nevertheless, still okay, still on par. Obviously, we've got the Diageo news as well, even though there has been a slight obviously toning down of the potential bid, but given the fact that the rumours are there, that will certainly keep the share price afloat, given the fact that it was up 7% in the US session. Okay, so overall, I mean, if you look at it, the results net should be positive. Okay, given the fact that the Shanghai and the Hang Seng were up overnight. Yes, the Nikkei was certainly flat, especially given the fact that the economic growth is obviously coming in line, and that obviously negates the QE or Kool-Aid argument, i.e. a weak yen, and obviously it causes the markets to move obviously higher. We've had the strong NFP number obviously on Friday, and that did not cause a risk-off type environment in the expectation or in the conclusion that obviously stronger data means rate hikes down the road, and obviously that's negative for the actual markets themselves because of the costs of capital obviously appreciating. So the market hasn't interpreted it as such. Now we've got actually bullish movements on the Nasdaq. Now the reason I need to share these two charts are very, very important, which I've already shared with subscribers on the live analysis service. For those of you that want to learn and trade in real time, I actually have a service designed for that. Okay, but from my perspective, given the current juncture in terms of this potential setup in the Nasdaq and the semiconductors, okay, so let me just bring that up, and I should hopefully be able to show you. Okay, so we've got the semiconductors at present certainly looking very, very bullish. Okay, and then we also have the biotechs obviously looking bullish as well. Obviously, as you can see here, breakout and consolidating at the breakout, so that itself is certainly bullish as well. Okay, so the summation, the Greek situation certainly remains fluid. Okay, we obviously are reacting to it as the news flow comes in, and that's basically what's going to be important. Now the daily chart of the German DAX, let's look at the actual technicals now. The technical setup in this market, yes, we have broken below the previous support level, so again that is a concern given the fact that we made a new low. Now a 60-minute chart at the moment, we've obviously failed to hold that pivot support, which was at the level of 11,168. We have put in a bearish engulfing candle, but again, given the fact that the volume is dropping off, it certainly isn't very convincing, let's put it that way. Okay, and on the 10-minute chart certainly seems to be making some type of base here. Okay, so certainly are making a base. We've failed to hold this trend line. We were holding it for quite some time. We certainly have failed to hold it so far. Okay, and like I said, the stronger data out of Germany certainly does bode well, and actually is quite bullish for the German DAX. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is connect my trend lines together and see if we can
come up to a potential support zone. Okay, so there's nothing here at the moment that we can draw overtly that will give us any real edge in the market at this very current juncture, except this trend line here. Okay, nothing here, nothing here. So realistically, the support level around the 11,130 region is going to be very crucial and very important with regards to any potential movement or reversal in the DAX to the upper side. Now, the German DAX has this unfilled gap at 11,340, so again, that is going to be constantly acting like a magnet and forcing and pulling price action towards it. So that certainly needs to be worth watching as well. Now let's go to the French CAC now. Bring up the French CAC, see if we can give you an insight on the French CAC. Okay, so French CAC on the daily chart at present, obviously we're at that double bottom into that support zone on the daily chart. 60-minute chart at the moment, again we are holding or just about holding that support, and obviously lower diagonal trend line support as well. The 10-minute chart of the French CAC, again we have tried to push higher, failed to really convincingly move higher. We do have the unfilled gap above, so again that's going to remain open and remain active, and certainly will be a potential reversal candidate. Okay, so if I just take that pivot high here, take it to this pivot high here, that's basically where we are at present. So you have a potential downward sloping contracting wedge pattern, which again is a potential bullish sign. Now the Euro stocks, again same type of pattern, falling contracting wedge pattern. Obviously a lot of individuals are probably getting spooked out, and with regards to a potential sell, and the markets can reverse very powerfully given the fact that we've got QE etc in the background, so the Draghi put remains alive. Okay, so again it's all about the Nasdaq and those two charts that I've shown you. Okay, the daily chart of the FTSE 100, we're obviously building support in this zone here. We're building support in this zone here around the 6795, the 6785 region. Okay, and looking for a potential breakout higher on the 10-minute chart. 60-minute chart, again obviously putting in potential bottoming tails in the FTSE 100, but the main concern with regards to the FTSE, and this is one of the reasons why I exited my trade very early on the long trade, I took a plus 23 with subscribers this morning, is because of the HNS formation that we have on the daily chart, which again is a concern. Now given the fact that the Shanghai and the Hang Seng are obviously bullish overnight, that is a potentially bullish bias with regards to the actual FTSE 100. Okay, so now the actual weekly chart again of the FTSE 100 is a concern for me too, given the fact that we've broken out of this bull flag, given the fact that if the Shanghai and Hang Seng were obviously bearish overnight, then obviously that would have given me the trigger. But at this very moment in time, the Shanghai and the Hang Seng are certainly positive. Also, we've had stronger German data as well. So again, it's going to be very important to observe this HNS formation on the FTSE for those of you that are trading the FTSE 100. So the 60-minute chart, again, like I said, is just about holding support. We have some bottoming tails, we have a doji, and so the bulls certainly are trying their best to hold this market. Okay, folks, so risk on, risk off, wax on, wax off. Certainly visit cfds.com, the leading broker of CFDs and spread betting, and certainly obviously take advantage of the actual offer or bonus offer that they have at present. Okay, goodbye now.